All right, hello. This is Dr. Imana from AMAYU Institute, and I wanted to take the time to really discuss a little bit of what's going on, and go over a few pointers and a few aspects that I may bring into what we're going through as a humanity right now. It's been said that through every crisis, there's always a hidden opportunity that's present. We've seen that in our lives, probably in times of hardships, and later we were able to see the reason behind that, and we were able to find the opportunity and see how it was for the betterment of all. But at the time, it's hard to see that when you're going through it. And at this point, obviously, we're going through a major shift in many ways. This concept of the pandemic and how it's taken place, at least through my generation, it wasn't experienced to this extent on a global scale. But when we go through that, I think there are certain opportunities we might look for, right? There is the macro concept of humanity shifting and humanity as a whole going through a transition. If you look at 2020, in many astrological readings, it says like this is the year of where humanity as a whole is going to go through major transformation. In the micro concept, you might want to invite that knowing or that understanding to your life, and the micro meaning yourself. And is there a shift right now that you can utilize this transformational event, perhaps, to apply to your life? What we do over here, as far if you guys may know or may not know, I focus on brain-body connection, right? I focus on making sure that the body is just in a better state of alignment and connection. I think that is a major concept right now that should be applied through humanity as a whole. We all need to be more aligned and connected. Aligned and connected just for us to be there for each other. We've seen examples in other countries how they're just coming together. And this is a time for humanity to come together and to be more aligned within our conscious awareness of how we're shifting and what perhaps we're shifting into is a really important concept, And what is that? I think as humans, we are co-creators, and we have the opportunity right now to shift into something greater that we're currently experiencing, and we get to decide what that is. So one of the opportunities that we have right now is to create that for our humanity itself, to create that for ourselves. And I think a major foundation of all of this is unconditional love for ourselves, for other humans, for the planet. Unconditional love being expressed through us and how we're able to co-create, but also co-communicate and create communities of connection and alignment is going to be really important. In my case, I'm here to be of service for people. I am still here at the office. We are taking care of people. We are taking all the precautions, obviously, but staying aligned and connected as far as brain-body connection is really crucial right now. And I think that's an area that we can facilitate for people that are willing to have that, to experience that, because we want to make sure that the bodies are our best 100%. One other concept, this is something that I talk about all the time, is the triune of life. Making sure you have the emotional and spiritual rituals that you're doing on a daily basis. You're having the structural alignment body rituals you're doing on a daily basis, and the chemistry rituals. So those are the things we talked about. So the emotional and spiritual, so these can be things like meditation, doing that on a daily basis, right? And there's so many different forms of meditation. Transcendental mindfulness. You can look into gongs and binaural sounds. If you've never meditated before, it'll be really easy to just literally go on YouTube, put some headphones on, and do a guided meditation with binaural sounds, right? That's one way to start. Prayer, doing mantras, anything that is allowing you to connect to yourself. Look back into your ancestral lineage, if that's aware, and just look at the pictures, connect to them, Then there is the physical and structural rituals that we should do. So these are things like exercise. So if you are staying at home, making sure that you're able to do some exercise. There's so many at-home exercises, again, you can go on YouTube and follow, as long as you're not hurting yourself, right? If you are injured, obviously making sure you take the precautions with that and just listen to your body. The other structural ritual is staying literally aligned and connected. So take the time to maybe go once a week to your chiropractor, or if you're a patient here, to come here. Again, we're taking all the precautions for that and to make this a very safe and clean space for you to experience that. Some people are coming in just to meditate. There's so much chaos right now, but we want to hold a sacred space here for you to just tune in and meditate and stay aligned and connected. So creating a daily ritual in the structure is important. Finally, there's the chemical concept of staying aligned and connected. So that may be your body's chemistry, deficiencies or toxicities that you may or may not have, right? Making sure that you're either doing some cleansing, you have the time to cleanse now, making sure that you're also getting the right vitamins and the right things to just boost not just the immune system, but boost yourself as a whole. Staying, for example, in an anti-inflammatory diet is really important, making sure that because of these times of chaos, many people tend to want to go for those quick sugary foods to get that quick feel, or their fatty foods just to get the quick kind of like feel of like having eaten something, you know. So try to avoid that, right? And try to stay clean and more pure. And I think if we start doing these things, it's going to allow us to just be a little bit more clear, connected, and aligned as a whole, which is going to allow us to then communicate very differently. And it's almost we're going to go into hibernation to then be of better service to ourselves, be of better service to each other, and let this be a beautiful reset. Let us take this opportunity to be a reset for humanity, a reset for ourselves, a reset spiritually, a reset physically, a reset chemically. You know, there's so much that we're going through right now, but let's look for the opportunities and let's look for the people that are helping, and let's be the ones that help others. You know, if you know someone who is perhaps struggling through all of this and you guys are able to connect and you're able to be there for them, do that, right? And come from a place of love, from the heart. And I think if we all start doing that, it's gonna shift, it's gonna create, and it's not just gonna be an eventful thing, you know. We don't want this to be, oh, this is just what we went through and we're just back on the routines that we've been wanting to change. This needs to be something that as a collective consciousness, we're able to just elevate ourselves to a different level. And I think as humans, we have the ability, we're meant to evolve as a species. We're meant to evolve. And right now, we gotta take that opportunity to manifest that. If we don't, we're just going backwards or we're staying stagnant. But again, let's look for the opportunities. I see that vision for humanity right now. I'm here to be of service. And if you have any questions at all, I'm here for you. And I know you know someone who's there for you as well. Thank you for taking the time. Again, I'm going to be posting and linking different studies on how staying aligned and connected can help your immune system, how different types of nutrition is going to just help you just be better. So I'm going to link these throughout, maybe put some meditations that I may suggest. But in general, I'm here for you. Thank you for taking the time, and let us be aligned and connected and love each other.